Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. Captain Shandy here. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe. We are on PES 2021 update today. I finally took the plunge and decided it was 15 quid, Black Friday, or £16. Couldn't resist, absolute bargain. And so this is my first game on the new edition of PES. When it uploads to a certain extent, you can go and play a friendly match against the CPU with either Argentina or Portugal. I chose Argentina. Both Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, I believe, are licensed on this game, as are Juventus and Barcelona, but we won't see that just yet. I'm just going to walk you through the first game that I'm going to get to play as we kick off. Didn't check my team, didn't do anything, as you see throughout the video, as it's a new game. I'm going to fiddle around with the camera a little bit because it's a little bit too far away from me with my dodgy eyes. Last time I went and got my eyes tested, the optician told me I had 20/20 vision. I showed her a picture of my ex-girlfriend and she changed her diagnosis and said I need glasses. So yeah, it's a little bit far away for me, and as we'll see in a moment, I'm struggling a little bit. I can't seem to get any pace, and it will occur to me at some stage. It obviously hasn't quite occurred to me yet that I haven't changed the button settings. So square is still shoot, etc, etc, and I'm starting to wonder why I can't sort of get a grip in this game at all. The CPU isn't particularly good. I don't know what level it's at, but it's not particularly good. However, nor am I. But that is basically because of the buttons. So as you can see, I think now I've clocked, or at least I have the camera, and decided to zoom that in a touch and see how that looks. And when controlling a single player on a fixed cursor, press that button to switch the camera. All stuff that we've been through before in the previous game. If you don't know, not much has changed on this game. They've essentially just updated the squads and the kits that they're allowed to, and they're going from there. And you can see this is where I realised my buttons don't work properly, as I went to make a stand-in challenge and just slid in from behind, and somehow I only get a yellow card for that. So that's a bit of a fucking result, to be honest with you, because I fully expected to get sent off for that. Deserved a red card, to be fair, but I'm guessing as it's only a friendly, that's why I got away with it. So you can see here we drop into the system settings, and then I realise that I'm being a spastic and I need to go to select sides and change it to alternate from standard, and I'll then have the correct buttons that I'm used to, and maybe we can actually get a decent game of football going. So for some reason, I don't know, I think I just smoked a bong or something, but for some reason I had to have a proper look at that to get my bearings and make sure I had it right. But hopefully now we can just sort of get on with the game. And Ronaldo stands over the free kick, he hits it into the wall. João Felix now, good touch by the Atletico Madrid man, driving in towards the box. Ball nipped off him, and now Dybala looks for the ball through, and he's found it, and it's to Lionel Messi, and he's in acres of space. Will he have time to get it onto his left foot? He doesn't go onto it, he stays on his right, and he just slips it into the near corner with the outside of his boot. It's a nice simple finish. Maybe not the best finish in the world, but the net bulged, so did my pants, and it is now 1-0. As you can see, Lionel Messi just making the run there, split them in half. Dybala with a little ball through, and a tidy little finish from the Argentine number 10, and arguably the greatest player of all time, although plenty of people will say Ronaldo as well. If you want to get down in the comments and discuss that, I have no particular issue with it. There's a good argument for both players. I personally prefer Messi, but Ronaldo did play for Manchester United. I am a Liverpool fan, so there is definitely some bias there, but I just think Messi's the one that's the way he drifts past people and beats people. It's just a pure natural talent. And talking of which, here he could drift past the man, but he's well challenged by Pepe, who doesn't let anybody wriggle free from him without a fight. And now João Felix, ball taken off him by Paredes, who is on a yellow card, of course, for that challenge early on. But now Dybala looking to slip in Aguero with his hair dyed like Marshall Mathers. Someone needs to tell him it's not the year 2001 and that the man is about 31 years old and needs to grow the fuck up. Stop bleaching your hair. You look like a dick. And the same can go for Ronaldo as well with his top knot. Looks like a fucking bin bag, mate. He needs to sort his shit out. Good footballer. Probably a better sense of style than me, especially during lockdown. I spend most of my time in my fucking pants. So, you know, I'm not having a go. I'm just saying, you look like a dick. So I guess I am having a go. But hey ho, corner here for Portugal, which is whipped in and headed clear. Drops to Dybala, who turns on the ball. Can he find a pass? Yes, he can. He's found Acuna to his right hand side. Now, can Acuna get by his man? Tries to slip up the inside, but cut out. And Portugal pick the ball up with Pereira. And now Bernardo Silva. He loses possession and gives it to Aguero, who beats his man and finds Lionel Messi, who spins away from Pepe. Now, has he got the pace to get away from the big Portuguese centre-half? Pepe scrapping with him, and he does really well there, to be fair, the defender. I wasn't quite close enough to shoot. Wanted to just get that yard so I could get the shot off, but no such luck. And it's a good challenge. And Acuna now goes wide to Dybala. This is where we've looked pretty creative. Coming into the final third. Messi, little back heel. And a 1-2 there with Aguero. Little Messi's in on goal and he just slips it into the near post again. This time with the inside of his foot. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. It's a nice move. And it's at this point that I'm starting to realise that the game settings aren't nearly more difficult enough for me. And that this is a little bit of a walk in the park now that I've got my bearings and I've got the buttons right and I've got a camera angle that I prefer. And Portugal are on the ropes. As a long ball across is cut out by Dybala. Oh, he beat his man. Gets checked, but the referee says play on, get on with it. And Portugal do. And now Bruno Fernandes trying to pull the strings in the middle of midfield, but he has his pants pulled down by Paredes, who nicks the ball off his toes and then can't find the pass through to Dybala. And we start again with Portugal at the back, trying to play out, but whenever they get into that sort of final third, the ball is bad. It always seems to be poor, and Dybala trying to play a 1-2 with one of the Portuguese players there, and not doing a very fucking good job of it. And again, Portugal in possession. Aguero putting the pressure on. The clearance isn't great. And here is Lionel Messi. Wide to Dybala. Now, Aguero. He's got all the time in the world. Sergio Aguero. He's hit the post. And now it doesn't quite drop. And can Portugal cause some problems on the break? Well, no, not if they're going to slow the game down and go backwards. That's just going to give us a chance to get our shape back, get men back behind the ball and win it fairly easily around the halfway mark, as you can see there. But little Messi picks the ball up in midfield, tries to get a little bit too clever, gives it away, and it's a good challenge by Otamendi. Not a good pass by Otamendi though. He's found Ronaldo, who is not the designated target for good reason. And Portugal do manage to retain possession, but not for very long as Messi wins it high up the pitch. Then he gets a little knock. Now he's found Aguero. Can he switch it across to Dybala, who's in space? No, he couldn't quite pull off the pass. It wasn't too easy. And that is the whistle for half-time. And we have a little look at the game plan. But not for long. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, to be honest. Once again, I'm just dicking about. I should really have cut this before the video, and I could edit it out, but I don't want to feel like I'm cheating you people. You know, I want you to experience with it. If I get the demand, if you leave some comments and likes, etc. If I get 10 subscribers off this video, that's 10 in total, that's 4 more than I've got, so you know, I'm not asking for the fucking world. Then I will do a live stream of PES, maybe against a friend, maybe online, we'll see. I will start a Master League, I will start a My Club, and in fact I have already started My Club. I'm waiting until I get the kits until I start a Master League, which a friend of mine I use that term loosely, has a stick available to upload the kits that my mate bought and lent him. So he's trying to get that back. And then I'll load the kits up. If not, then I'll just have to bite the bullet and pay for them myself. I don't really mind. But yeah, gonna wait until I've got that until I start a Master League. And in the meantime, I have started a My Club. I have recorded some videos. I will be uploading them this week. So if you want to see more of PES 2021, and you enjoy for some reason listening to me waffle bollocks, then get subscribed, get notified, and you will see when those videos get uploaded, probably around midday during the week, as I have a bit of peace and quiet in the morning to do my recording, and then upload midday afternoon times. So yeah, as I say, get on board. If you don't like this video and you don't like the things that I say, then just leave me some abuse in the comments. I promise I'll reply. I'm getting quite used to that from my main channel, and again, shameless plug, go over there and check out my main channel where we talk more about current affairs and politics and celebrities and general culture without the gaming side of things. Instead, you'll get to see my face, and if that isn't your cup of tea, then who am I to argue with that? It's not the best face in the world, it's just a face. But as you can see, it's only 2-0, but I am beginning to get a little bit casual in my play. And Lionel Messi gets through on goal here. It all seems really rather easy. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. I fully expected Lionel Messi to dink that over him or find a way past him there, but it's a good save from the goalkeeper, and he keeps it at 2-0. Portugal still in the game, but as I say, if I'm being quite honest, don't mean to sound like I'm sucking my own dick, but the level's too low, and I'm barely even taking this game seriously now from half time. So let's just see if we can get a few goals, try a few skills, get used to the game. I still had to wait a little while for the full game to load up after this, and there you go, 3-0. Not quite sure who that was. I skipped the videos. I think it was Dybala, was it? Yeah, on his weaker right foot. Nice enough finish. And we make it a 3-goal lead, as it's a bit of a trading game really. As I say, the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect how easy this is, but I find it difficult to maintain a high level when I'm playing against a low level team or somebody that's obviously not as experienced or as good at the game as I am. Not that there's many, but there are people out there who aren't as good at the game as I am online. And once you go 3-4 goals up, I find it difficult to remain concentrated. It's much like when you're on the F1 and you find yourself with 7 seconds behind the person in front and 10 seconds in front of the person behind, and you just sort of go into autopilot, which is basically what I've done here. I thought I'd try a little quick sub just to freshen things up. And the ball goes into Ronaldo. He hits it. Good block by, I think, Otamendi. And the ball out wide towards João Felix is poor. And now Dybala, the goal scorer, back again. Here's Di Maria, who I've just brought on, and he's looking to slip through Lionel Messi, but well, he needs to skip leg day because he's put way too much weight on that pass. It's a pretty simple pass. I'm fairly sure I could have pulled that off, but Di Maria makes amends and wins the header from the goal kick, and as a result, now Aguero's in on goal. He's on his right foot. It's easy peasy, just slips it into the bottom corner. So despite a poor pass with his first touches, Di Maria, he does really well to win that header, put it into the path of Sergio Aguero, and Aguero does what Aguero does. And we can see a rather depressed Ricardo coming off the pitch there, maybe injured as well, looking at a slight limp. And in the 69th minute, we score in the 69th minute. We make it 4-0. And the game as a contest is over, and to be honest, it's felt like that for a long time. And now it's just a case of trying to be too clever and being overconfident and taking too many touches and just being a bit of a dick about it, really. And Ronaldo's in on goal here. Ronaldo, he scored. Can you believe it? Is the comeback on? They just need 3 more goals and they're back in it. But you can see how casual I'm getting there, taking too many touches, not paying attention. and then Ronaldo gets the wrong size. Decent finish. You let him in there, he's going to score. Doesn't really matter what level you're playing at, he's probably going to score. So, deserve that. I deserve that for my lack of concentration. The CPU deserves that because computers have feelings too. What are you, an AI phobe? And we're going to respond by sticking one in the top corner, because that irritated me that I conceded. So I just thought, you know, let's go forward and stick one in the top corner. Let's assert fucking dominance. And Aguero has done that in emphatic style and absolutely whipped that in top bins. No dramas, 5-1. It's looking rather like when England played Germany for anybody old enough to remember that game in 2001. Both fortunately and unfortunately, I remember it fairly vividly because I was about 11 at the time, which means, you know, I'm fucking old. However, it was one of the greatest games I ever got to watch, so I'm grateful for that. As we go picking up more cards, we get a red card there. I've got to admit, I missed what happened. I was too busy waffling about my own life. And there's really nothing in that, but Paredes has obviously already been yellow carded. I only saw the red come out. I don't know if it's a straight red or a second yellow. I mean, it's harsh. It's harsh. The first one I probably should have got sent off for anyway, to be fair. So I'm not going to complain too much. But Ronaldo stands over the free kick. Can he do anything with this? It's a decent hit, but it's down the throat of the goalkeeper who pushes it wide. So we're down to 10. We're 5-1 up. And we have 13 PES minutes left of the game, which will roughly translate into a couple of real life minutes. And Messi can't quite get by his man. They both go falling down in a heap, but Aguero picks up the pieces and just starts driving towards the back four, but he does overrun it in the end, and Pepe wins the ball off him, and the ball's lost by Bernardo Silva. The AI, the CPU on this level has this terrible habit of just wanting to go backwards all the time. You're thinking, right, there's a forward pass there, play that and you're in, and they just turn and go backwards. It's like watching Barcelona towards the end of Pep Guardiola's reign, when it just became too much about fancy football and not enough substance. And I think it was Bayern Munich. It may not have been Pep Guardiola in charge of Barcelona at the time. I think it was Bayern Munich. It took them apart a few years ago, and I remember watching the game thinking, for fuck's sake, just play the ball forward, you pricks, and you might get something. Every time Bayern Munich knew they could overload, counter-attack, leave themselves exposed, and then as soon as the ball went forward, Barcelona were just too worried about playing pretty one-touch football rather than driving into the gaps that have been left, and they got absolutely dicked in that game. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. Well, another goal. Ronaldo's whipped it in. For some reason, I didn't want to watch the replay. Bad defending on my part. So as I'm sitting here cunting off the world's best players for passing backwards, I'm letting in easy set pieces unchallenged. And now Ronaldo may be in as well. We've fouled the man to play the ball to him, but Ronaldo's still going to get the shot off without any great venom. And again, trying to be too clever with Dybala and losing the ball. It's a good challenge by Di Maria. It wasn't Di Maria, it was Otamendi. Di Maria picked up the bits and pieces. And no one near him, just trying a few little tricks and skills, little rolls. Still managed to retain possession. Here's Aguero. He thinks he's Neymar at the moment. Just dancing on the ball. It's all a little bit easy. Can we get away? Yes, we can. Down the line, driving towards the byline. Aguero, can he get in on goal? No, he can't. João Cancelo recovers well and plays it to Bruno Fernandes, the best player in the world. I don't know if you've heard. And we do manage to sweep up and prevent the counter-attack, and we pick up another yellow card. That one, I think, probably for a challenge that went in on Fernandes when he knocked the ball into Ronaldo. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't that late. I mean, the ball had only been gone 3 or 4 seconds. It's a fucking man's game. But it's a good tackle, Sunday League, that. But here we go. No, we don't. Another free kick. This ref loves it. He loves the sound of his own whistle, this cunt. Why are so many referees bald? Why is that? Do you think they, like, Do you think they're compensating for the fact they're bald, so they become referees so they can tell other people what to do? It's because their dreams of becoming a traffic warden died, or I don't know, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe traffic wardens are ex-referees whose dreams died. I don't know. What I do know is Portugal have just scored in the last minute, making this game look far, far closer and affair than it really was, and that's what I'm going to keep telling everybody. I don't care if you believe me, but yeah, bit of a soft free kick. Again, bad defending from the set piece. Really got to work on that when we go on to the online games, otherwise I'm going to be punished. But as I say, I'm not too fussed because I was barely paying any attention. I think I was texting between passes at this stage. And the final whistle goes. 5-3, first experience of the new PES 2021. It's basically exactly the same as PES 2020 because Konami are going hard to work on the next game on the next gen console. Said that they wanted to focus on that, so they were just going to update the kits and the stats and stuff, which we will be doing as well. We'll be looking through the stats, firstly of Liverpool, because I'm a Liverpool fan, and just discussing what we think about the ratings on the game this year. We'll be doing that when we get an opportunity. And as I say, in the meantime, before I do, I'll be uploading a couple of my first 5 games or so from my club for you guys to enjoy, hopefully, or detest, whichever. If you like this video, as mentioned, please, well, like it. I think that's fairly fucking obvious. Click the like button, isn't it? I don't know why I've got to ask people to do that. And if you want to see more you want to see more bad football and listen to more bollocks come out of my mouth, then please just click subscribe, get notified, and we'll take it from there, ladies and gentlemen. It could be the beginnings of a beautiful relationship. So thank you very much for watching and for your time today. I hope everybody is staying well, staying safe, and keep your chins up. I know lockdown's tough, but keep going. I hope maybe, even if there's only a few people watching these videos, I hope maybe they cheer you up a little bit. They certainly cheer me up doing them. Can't wait to get back out there outdoors and play real football with my mates. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and make sure you take care of yourselves, you absolute fucking legends.